Hey, what's up guys? So we are going to be taking a look at Mystical Refpanel, which is a card that has been fluctuating in price over the past couple of days, and we are going to be finding out if this card is overhyped and overpriced, or if it's a legitimate good side deck card against some of the cards in the metagame today. So first off, let's go ahead and read its effect, and then we're going to be talking about some of the combos or cards that you can use Refpanel against. So it's a trap card that says, activate only when a spell card that targets one player is activated. The effect of that spell card is applied to the other player instead. One cool combo you can do with this, it's not really viable in the metagame, but I thought it was kind of cool, is you can use Cold Feet, which is a really awful card without Refpanel. It's it's a Cold Wave that Cold Waves yourself, but you can change it to Cold Waving your opponent. Obviously, it's conjunctional. You need, Refpanel if you're going to have Cold Feet anyways. Otherwise, you would basically be going super minus. But, I think Trapstone is a much more viable card. Royal Decree. It's much quicker to be able to use one of those cards where you don't have to draw the other card as well. Technically, Cold Wave stops, Cold Feet will also stop cards like Book of Moon, which is good. But, realistically, I think Trapstone and Decree are just much more viable. But, other cards in the metagame that are more relevant, that Refpanel can stop are Cards of Consonance, Sacred Sword of 7 stars, Pot of Duality if they're playing some type of anti-meta deck. So the problem that I have with Refpanel is most of the time with Cards of Consonance, if they're discarding something like a White Stone, they're going to be adding the Blue Eyes anyways, and so they still get to kind of like neutralize the minus that they're going by discarding the dragon anyways. Technically, you are going +1 with Refpanel, so that's always good to get one type of advantage. But the thing is, with Cards of Consonance and Sacred Sword, especially if you're going second in the game, your opponent's not going to hold on to these cards. If they have them, they're going to activate them immediately, as long as they can activate them. So. And another thing with Sacred Sword is they still get to add, the whatever element that they, or whatever dragon rule that they are banishing, they still get to add it. So they're not really going super minus. It's not something like Trade-In, whether if they're discarding Blue Eyes, you get to go pretty much just straight up plus, where they still get some type of advantage in the game. Obviously, especially in a mirror match or any deck that can, pull off more cards to OTK, especially if you're going first, it's not bad at all, because, most of the Dragon Ruler decks are playing 3 Sacred Sword. I don't see why they wouldn't. But, it can technically hurt some anti-meta decks or some slower decks as well. Most of them play Pot of Duality, and that's pretty good because this will make it so your opponent can't special summon, then you reveal the top 3 cards, and then you happen to have that ability to, decide which card you want to add, and then you obviously next turn can draw another card and maybe push, for a good field position or something like that. Personally, for me, because this card is basically used in the Dragon Ruler Mirror match as well as the side deck, I honestly think that Vanity's Emptiness is probably the better card. Maybe you're already maxed out on these and that's probably why people are also using Refpanel. Maybe you can't main deck Vanity's Emptiness because you need to special summon too. But the thing with Refpanel is I feel it's kind of too slow. If this was a hand trap card, man, I would be all over Refpanel. But I think that in the side deck, it's okay against the Dragon Mirror match, but I honestly find this card the best in the Dragon Mirror match. But, obviously Blaster hits this, but pretty much Blaster's the only real out to this card. There's not very many things that they have in the main deck, because most of the Dragon Ruler decks don't play MST anyways. Occasionally you'll see some that play like Lilas and Raikos in the side deck, but in the main deck, it's pretty much just a card trooper to get the mill, and they try to get the deck going as fast as they possibly can. But there's a lot of different variants of Dragon Rulers, and a lot of them are successful, but Vanity's Emptiness pretty much shuts down all of them. So I would honestly say Vanity's Emptiness is probably a better side deck card if you're looking to side deck against Dragon. But for the mirror match, I think Refpanel is an okay card, but does it warrant? It's been fluctuating for the past couple days. It's been anywhere from $20 to $40. So like I said, I think it's kind of overpriced at the moment. You can wait for it to drop. If I personally had these myself, I'd probably move them as quickly as possible. I don't see this being like a $100 plus card in the next couple of weeks or anything like that. I don't think it'll go up higher, but who knows? It's the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! And we'll see what it actually does as far as the price and the market watch for this card. But let me know what you guys think about this card. Do you guys think it's overhyped and overpriced? I think the card is a little bit overpriced from my personal experience. I think Vanity's Emptiness, like I said, is just a much better card in general because these cards are pretty much cards used in the Dragon Ruler Mirror match. And are you really going to side deck Mystical Refpanel against some anti-meta deck that's playing Pot of Duality? But I don't know. We'll see what happens with the price, like I said. But yeah, let me know what your thoughts are. If there's any other cards you can use Refpanel against that are actually relevant in the metagame, let me know in the comment section below. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day. Asian Eyes, signing out.